Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to talk about what I like about working remotely. So let's get started. So if you guys don't know who I am, welcome. I'm just going to give a brief overview that I got a bachelor's degree in computer engineering with an emphasis in hardware, and I got this in the spring of 2019, and then I went for an extra year and got my master's degree in computer engineering as well, with an emphasis in networks and computer architecture. So with that being said and that out of the way, I just want to talk about how I've been working since COVID and the pandemic. I immediately got a position as a full-time employee right after college, so that's a good thing. But since the pandemic, I had to work remotely, and I am actually still working remotely right now. I have a team I have to communicate with and let them know what's going on, but we do all of this through Microsoft Teams or with Skype or with Zoom. So that has been working out very well for us. And the whole point of this is to explain what I find very beneficial about working remotely and what I have liked the most. The first thing is the commute. I don't have to worry about any sort of commute. I don't have to go into my car and drive 10 plus miles across the city and spend 40 minutes in traffic there and back every day, and I save a lot of time that way, so I don't have to worry about that at all. I could just wake up and go to my laptop or my computer, which is in the same room, and just start working, which is really nice. So I can save time, I can save money, and I can save gas. And it's really neat to be able to do that. But I can also spend more time doing other things, like actually working instead of driving to work. So it really frees up a lot of time, and it's not nearly as stressful, and I don't have to wake up as early just to drive over there. So that is a big plus, and I really hope that it stays this way. The next one is not having to go into the office and see my coworkers in person. This may be very controversial. Some people would like to go and see their teammates and work with others because it helps them better understand the material, or it really livens them up and they get into the zone, so to speak, having others who are also working on the same thing you're working on. It is just more of like a reinforcement, and it really helps you stay motivated and stay focused. But for me, it's the exact opposite. I feel very tense when I go into the office and I see my coworkers or my manager or anything. I feel like I need to act and be a certain way. So I get very, very tense and stressed because I'm tense. And then by the end of the day, I feel exhausted because I feel like I need to be performing all the time or acting a certain way. And I just can't fully relax. Since working remotely, I don't have to worry about that. I just have to go into the online meetings, talk about what I'm working on and get input, ask questions, whatever it may be. And then I can just leave the meeting if I need to. And that is great. And I can sit in my comfortable chair in my room, and I'm just very, very comfortable. And that makes a huge difference, because when I'm comfortable, I am able to focus better and for longer, and I'm able to understand the material. Whereas if I'm stressed out or I'm worried about what other people are doing or thinking in the room around me because my coworkers are there, I just can't focus on the work, and that just really hinders my performance. So that's one thing that I've found very helpful in terms of telecommuting. The next one is small talk. So this one, I guess this could be for everyone, but I don't like the small talk that you would have to do with other coworkers, especially if let's say you show up to a meeting early, or you are there later than expected, or something happens, and then there's that time where you're with that one other coworker or two other coworkers waiting for someone else. You guys have to make conversation, otherwise you're just kind of standing there, not really doing or saying anything. And you could do that, yes, but it also could be very awkward and very uncomfortable. And that's one thing that you can avoid when you're working remotely, is that if there is a meeting, an online meeting, you can either put yourself on mute while you're waiting for someone else, or you could leave early so you're not left with the other people that are there or who are still discussing their problems. You don't have to be there for that. You can leave and then do your own work once you do leave. So I find that very efficient, and it once again helps me spend more time focusing on the work that I need to, rather than, oh, what do I say to this person? We're waiting right here, right now. I don't know what to say to him, and I'm spending a lot of energy and time thinking about what I should do and say to this coworker rather than actually do my work and perform better. The next thing is having to dress up. Now, I know that some employers or companies require their employees to show like a camera when they're in a meeting and you see what they're doing, but my company doesn't do that. We don't have that as a requirement. We can just log in and we don't have to show the camera. So that's actually really great because I don't have to dress up, wear makeup or whatever it is, do my hair, and I can spend more time focusing on the work rather than trying to figure out an outfit, something to wear that day, because there's no one else that's going to be there. I'm going to be in my room. So I find that really great. So those are all the things that I really love about telecommuting. And it turns out that when I thought about all of these benefits, I realized that I wouldn't mind working if it was like this all the time. Like if I could telecommute 24/7 whenever I wanted, then that would be wonderful. I would love it, because that was the main reason why I couldn't stand working to begin with, is the commute, having to be there and act a certain way and feeling very tense the whole time and being there until 5 o'clock. I can't do anything else. I can't, if I wanted to, I can't just go do my laundry real quick, take a 5-minute break, do my laundry, or 5-minute break, do the dishes, whatever it may be at my house. I have to stay there in a little cubicle that has no windows or anything, and I'm there for 8-9 hours, and then I have to drive all the way back through traffic. Those were all the things that I really, really, really despised about working. But now with telecommuting, all of that is pretty much taken away. And I honestly don't mind the work itself. So when I think about it, I'm like, well, maybe I could work long term. Maybe I could just continue to work as long as it's online, as long as it's telecommuting in some fashion. Now I know that there are people who may think otherwise, and they may think that, okay, yeah, well, you like it because you don't have to do as much work, or you're not being pressured to do more because your coworkers aren't right there, or your manager's not right behind you breathing down your back. And you're probably right. Maybe I would perform better at work, but I know for a fact that I wouldn't be as focused, and I would be very stressed out, and I would not have any fun whatsoever. I would kind of hate my life, and I would really want to leave that place as soon as possible, because it's horrible for me anyway. I really, really don't like going into work. So I was just thinking to myself, I have this goal of quitting in like maybe 8 to 10 years and be financially independent and be able to do whatever I want whenever I want to do it. But now that I know that there's this telecommuting, and now that I've experienced telecommuting, I really don't mind it. And maybe I could just continue to work at this place and until I feel like I'm comfortable enough to leave or not leave. I don't know. Maybe I could continue longer and not have to be, leaving in exactly 8 years or 10 years, whatever it may be. So that's just some thoughts that I had, but I really wanted to emphasize in this video what I really like about telecommuting. And if you are one of those people, you're similar to me, you're just not comfortable being around others, or you don't like small talk, you're more of like a introvert, keep to yourself kind of person, and you focus better when you're by yourself, then try to find a job that allows telecommuting at least 80% of the time or 90% of the time. I know that this isn't going to be possible 100% of the time for some companies, like my company. We may have to go back maybe 1 day out of the week or 2 days out of the week, or maybe once a month to meet with our teams. We're still kind of unclear. But if I have to go in every day, 5 days a week, then I will continue with my goal of leaving in like 8 years, hopefully, and be financially independent then, and try to find another job that just allows telecommuting, because that would be really, really nice. So yeah, I kind of went on a bit of a tangent, but the whole point of this video is to kind of explain what I liked about telecommuting and what my thoughts are on this whole process since COVID and quarantine and everything. So yeah, I hope you guys found this video helpful, useful, or maybe just entertaining. And yeah, if you guys would like me to go into more detail about this topic or anything else, please let me know in the comment section down below, and thanks for watching. Bye.